W7 Live, we are back. Session 2. We got cameras fixed up. We got stuff going. We got the donuts out. We're ready to go. These are teams 7 and 8. So we won't put names up because they're just gonna fly through here. Well, maybe we will. We'll see. So 7 green and 8 purple are your teams, and they run it by numbers, so maybe we can get them on here. Our buddy on the left, that's Abby Stigler from USM. Look at Abs run. And now on the left will be Maggie Plummer from Slinger. This is Team 7. Team 8 on the right. Coach Quinn, maybe you can get the Team 8 kids, and I'll tell the Team 7.
All right, Team 8's the purple.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're going in order. So this is number 3, Gabrielle Grover from Cassid Mantreville, Minnesota.
And then purple, it's Cassidy Gall.
Oh, Cassidy Gall. You sure that's not Cassidy Gall? I know Cassidy Gall.
That was number 4. She was wearing number 4. I think they ran out of order.
That's Kylie Gaston.
Yeah, I think they ran out of order on purple. Or is there not a purple number 1?
Oh, so this is
purple number 1 is not here. So
I'm trying to see what number that was on the green.
So green, that was green 4, but purple 5 because there's no purple number 1 in line.
Okay, so now we're green 5.
Yeah. So in purple is Olivia Henninger. And now this one in purple will be Grace Anderson. Green, Sailor
Timmerman from Lakeland Union.
Oh, here we go. Maggie Warner from Hortonville.
Oh, oh, here we go, Mags.
That kid killed us this year in every game.
Here's Sophia Royal, so a little sister or bigger sister of 2023. Look at Sophia outrunning Mags.
Purple here will be Keta Mix.
And Madeline Good from Union Grove. Keta Mix. That's a great Wisconsin name, isn't that?
This one, too, I like Kaylin Burgum.
Yeah, Kaylin Burgum, then Kristen Casey on the left. Where's Burgum from? I know that name.
I know that name, too, but
it doesn't say it on there.
It doesn't say it on here. The location's not coming out the top of my head. Here's an interesting name, Tegan Mancuso.
Tegan Mancuso, little slapper, fast. Look at Tegan run. They both run. Both great job. Emily Nelson.
All right, we'll have Kenzie Longley in purple.
And Sammy Ernst from Forest Lake, Minnesota. Sammy finished strong. Got kind of a slow start, but finished strong. Now Carly Gross from Sun Prairie.
And I got Kaylin Collins in purple.
Oh, we're actually up to 13. This is that 13?
13 purple, but it's 12 green. Oh, no, it was 13 green.
Yeah, that's Izzy. That's Izzy Bowerman. I'd know Iz anywhere.
This drill just reminds me of that scene from Major League. Willie Mays Hayes can't make the team. That's all I'm thinking about.
Well,
right
you
now.
may run like Hayes, but you hit not like Hayes.
That's all I can think about when I'm watching this drill. That's how he makes the team. All right, I can't tell who's running here. The 2 fastest, maybe?
Woo! Gas. That's 11 on the green.
It was 11 purple, too, so Mancuso.
That was Sammy Ernst. Five camera angles today. So let me run you through each of them here. This is our behind home plate cam. This is the behind center field. This is our roving cam. That's Sarah Nassif from our team running that one today. She'll be all over the place today. And then this is the third base line and first base line. So 5 angles. For you coaches, welcome college coaches from all over the country watching. They coach over 160 college coaches registered to either be here in person or watch online. So great exposure opportunities for these girls. This is the Showcase Sports Midwest Showcase, Fast Pitch Showcase. 200 of the best of the best from Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, and Iowa here at Showtime Sports. We're at Infinity Fields in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Now, which one's this, Coach? Is this the...
We're going to get the running here. So we're going to get the home to first, which I have a hard time hearing that time, but then we're going to get the all-bagger, and I believe our fastest time in the last group was 11:06. That was, who was that again? Gabby Oliveira. I think she's got the fastest time of the day. So we'll see if anybody here can beat 11:06.
That's pretty fast.
She was moving.
I mean, I could probably beat that. 11:06. 11 minutes and 6 seconds from home plate to first. I think I could make that, maybe.
Yeah.
This is Green 7 is the team. Abby Stigler, our buddy, will start us off. That's, if you know Cammie Stigler and Katie Stigler from Menominee Falls, this is their cousin, Abby. I gave Abby a hard time for not following W7 until the other day. She said, whoops, I'm not, and fixed that toot sweet. So I said, come on, Stigler. Here she comes, our buddy Abby Stigler, class of 2022 from University School of Milwaukee. There she is, gives me a little wave. Hi, Abby. Gotta love those Stiglers. Such a sweet kid. Here she goes. Three, 4.9. What are you looking for time here, Coach?
All right. Well, I mean, anything under 3 seconds is exceptional. So a 3:49 is pretty average, pretty consistent.
This is Maggie Plummer from Slinger. We got a lot of buddies here on this 7 green team. Mags is a good buddy of ours. Now Gabrielle Grover from Casson Mantorville, Minnesota.
3:08. Get a redo there.
Now my camera's freezing again. I don't know what in the world is up with this camera. This is number 5. Kirsten Patnode.
Here's 6, Sailor Timmerman. Here's Sophia Royal. She was 3.11 in her tryouts, so 3.33. Madeline Good. All right, now these next ones have sub-3 times on their tryouts, so let's see if we can beat that. Here's Kristen Casey.
Actually, this is Emily Nelson.
Oh, yep, they skipped one. Emily Nelson. She was 2.92 in tryouts. Here's Sammy Ernst. I couldn't hear what he said. But she was 2.75 in tryouts. Carly Gross. 292.
She got good speed.
Here's Isabella Maurman.
Izzy. Go Iz. Izzy from Nicolay High School. She's a good buddy of ours.
That's a 5-point hit in practice. Hit it right back off the L screen there, or the pitching screen.
Wheel, Stigler. Wheels. Let's go.
Time to beat's 11-6.
Come on, Abs. You got it.
Nice job rounding the bases.
12.74 for Ms. Stigler.
Here's Maggie Plummer.
Let's go, Mags.
A lot of the kids want to they have the habit of watching the ball, and they don't really care where you hit it in this drill. They just want you to run fast.
Yeah.
Hard to break habits, though. Never broke stride.
12:58 for Maggie. Now Gabrielle Grover.
Twelve 22. Riley Stiles.
Watoma, Wisconsin kid. $13.94 for Riles.
Kirsten Patnod.
Becker, Minnesota.
The way she got out of the box looks like she's used to hitting doubles and triples.
Yeah.
Sailor Timmerman. Here's number 7, Sophia Royal.
Oh, she's moving.
That'd be a pretty good time. Best of the group so far.
Well, I think Isabel Royal was in that last group. I think she had one of the best times. That's her sister, Sun Prairie.
Okay. Here's Madeline Good. Emily Nelson.
She's fast.
Seymour kid, right? I think she's Seymour.
Mondovi.
Mondovi, okay. I got my teams mixed up. They're really close on the map.
Yeah. 1290, I believe.
Yep, 1290, and here's Sammy Ernst. that was pretty quick. Sub 12 maybe?
11:88 for Sammy.
You can just tell the sub 12 kids.
Yeah.
Carly Gross here. Slap.
$11.85, Carly Gross.
I think she hit second base and got faster. That
Sun
was,
Prairie East. It's gonna be weird saying that this year.
yeah. Is that
All right, Iz. Let's go, Izzy.
Oh, she's moving.
She's quick. Come on, Iz. Dig it home, kid, all the way.
That's got to be pretty close to sub 12.
Nice job, Izzy. 12-11 for Izzy Mauerman.
Change teams here real quick and get the purple group.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be back here. So this is the purple team now. Purple 8.
That's Kylie Gaston right there. Going home to first.
Caitlin Jessberger from Marshall, Wisconsin.
Here's Olivia Henninger.
Simley, Minnesota. Grace hit that thing solid, I'll tell you that.
It had a nice sound to it. Here's a kid that can hit. Here's Maggie Warner.
Okay, Mags, here we go. She's our buddy from Hortonville. She's not your buddy, Coach. She has fun when she plays Appleton West. Quinn Hines, our special guest today, from head coach of Appleton West softball, taking time out today to hang out with us. Appreciate it, Coach. Great to see you.
Yeah, no problem. I haven't ever seen her sprint to first because usually she's jogging around the bases when she plays us. That was Kenna Mix.
Tell you what, she's a heck of a basketball player too.
Yeah.
Warner is.
Yeah, that's a good athletic school up there.
Yes, it is.
Kaylin Burgum, and now we'll have Tegan Mancuso. That name just really rolls off the tongue.
It does.
I like that.
Okay, Teagues, here we go.
She was 299 in tryouts.
Here's Kenzie Longley. tell you what, a lot of Sun Prairie kids here today. A lot of Sun Prairie, which of course, I mean, they've got a fantastic softball program.
Yeah, that's been a good
Perennial
program for a while.
state appearances. Here's Kaylee Collins from Lakeville North. Got a good buddy from Lakeville, Minnesota. It's a nice area south of the Twin Cities.
Yeah, I got a buddy that lives in Lakeville.
Yeah, it's a nice little community.
We're going up to Twin Cities on the last weekend of August. Go up for the Brewers Twin Series.
Oh, that'll be, yeah, that's right.
I love Target Field. That's a good. That's.
I love going there. I haven't been there in a long time. I went there the first year they opened it.
Yep.
Here's Aubrey Schumacher from Winnebago Lutheran Academy.
That's a WLA. What a job that they've done. They've really developed their
Absolutely.
softball program. Let's see what her time is here. 12:61. Yeah, here comes Cassidy Gall. Yeah, but WLA. Well, I used to coach in Omro years back, and WLA was kind of a bottom feeder of the conference for a while. And now, lately, I mean, this year they were just fantastic. Kids that could play and hit and pitch, and they've really turned that thing around. That's a good athletic school as well.
Is this Cassidy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cassidy Gall.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Cassidy Gall.
12:38 for our buddy Cassidy Gall from Cedarburg. She's a freshman. I'll tell you what, she plays in the Bats program. I mean, she is, her and Monticelli at Cedarburg, I mean, they're a great combo.
That ball was tagged. This is Kylie
She hit it over the
Gaston.
fence, I think. Oh, right to the fence.
Right off the fence, yeah. I think maybe she was thinking if she hit it out, she wouldn't have to sprint around. That would be my thought process
Right?
doing this drill. Caitlin Jessberger. Olivia Henninger. I feel like these are Olympic trials.
Yeah.
I'm getting into the Olympic mode.
$13.92.
Here's Grace Anderson.
$13.20 for Grace Anderson.
There's Maggie Warner.
$12.13 for Maggie Warner.
Kenna Mix.
$12.99 for Mix, and now Kaylin Burgum from Franklin. That's right, she's a Franklin kid. Plays for Coach Reck, Jenny Recklitz at Franklin. $12.47.
Now we get the lefties.
Here's Tegan Mancuso from Mayo, Minnesota.
that's a good time right there.
11:09 for Tegan Mancuso. That's the time of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the time of the day. That's going to be tough for anyone to beat. You could just tell she was flying.
Oh, my gosh, she was flying.
Kenzie Longley here.
$13.56. And now Kaylee Collins from Lakeville North. $12.70 for Kaylee Collins.
All right. Now I think we're going to get the catchers. Yeah, we'll get a little pop time and
Yeah, I'm going to grab Sarah real quick. I'll be right back.
all right, we are back. We've got catchers going here for the green team. This is green number 8, Madeline Good. I'm here with Coach Leo Kalinowski from Madison College. Coach, thanks for joining us today. How was your season this year, and how did everything go?
Good. We had a great season. We ended up going to the World Series and National Junior College Athletic Association Division II World Series. So it was a great year for us.
Did you find it challenging coming back off of the COVID season and everything, kind of getting back into the groove of things, or was it kind of picking up where you left off?
No, it was tough because we had to get tested twice a week, so it was like an inconvenience for the team because we had to go to the other side of Madison to get tested and have it in by a certain time, and then wearing masks all the time. But the team was great. They came every day, and they were just happy to be there, which was fun.
Yeah, I know. As a coach myself, I know the difference this year was just you could see the kids were just excited to actually be out and playing. So you're out in an event like this. What are you looking for catchers, or when you're watching players, and what kind of things are you looking to see from these kind of players?
Well, being a junior college, we have a lot of turnover every 2 years, so we'll bring in anywhere from 12 to 15 players a year, just because of the turnover every 2 years. It's not like a 4-year school, but we have certain voids that we got to fill each year, and so that's basically we'll focus on those areas.
And so being a 2-year school, how many kids will you send on to other programs, or maybe to a 4-year school after Madison College, or to a bigger program, or how does that development work with your program?
It'll vary. I mean, we've had, and in the last 4 or 5 years, we've had a number of kids that have had the ability to go on and had offers, but they chose not to. They wanted to just get on with their academic life. But we've had a number of kids. We had one pitcher that went to Michigan State here in the last 3 years. This year we got 2 kids going on D1, one to Green Bay, one to Creighton University. A lot of it's a little bit different than baseball, where baseball players or athletes they're always looking for that scholarship or the pro opportunity. Where with the female athletes, it's a little different. They're a little bit more realistic. A lot of times, and like I said, there was a number of, in the last 3 or 4 years, we've had a number of players that had offers to go on but chose not to.
So when you're recruiting, when you're out looking for players, are you getting a lot of Midwest kids? Are you getting a little Wisconsin kids, Iowa? Like what kind of area are you drawing from a lot?
It's mostly just Wisconsin. I'd say we have one kid from Kansas this year, but other than that, I would say 90 to 100% of Wisconsin kids. Occasionally, we'll get some players from the state of Illinois. We had one from Minnesota a while ago, but mostly 90% or close to 100% from Wisconsin.
And I'm trying to rack my brain here, but what conference are you guys playing in? What kind of schools are you playing with in your conference? I'm just trying to remember.
We're in the N4C conference, which is basically the Illinois conference, because there's only a couple other junior colleges here in the state of Wisconsin, and we're all belong to that down in that region down there, because there's over 20 junior colleges down in Illinois.
So what you're seeing now on the screen, we're hitting fly balls to our outfielders. They're going to get 5 throws to the plate. We've stopped hitting the ground balls because of the mound, and we weren't getting very favorable hops for the outfielders. So right now they're just working. We're looking for the radar on their throws from center field to the plate. So all outfielders will take their throws here from center field, no matter what position that they're most comfortable with. Coach, when you're out here and you're watching and you're kind of evaluating players from outfielders' standpoint, what kind of attributes and what kind of traits are you looking for from an outfielder?
Well, number one, we see what kind of arm that they have, but also their mobility. As far as their speed-wise, are they quick? Can they get a good read off the ball, off the bat, and so forth? But it's a lot of times it's that arm strength, the speed, okay, and how they read the ball off the bat.
Yeah, I think reading the ball off the bat's extremely important. I think that's a skill that a lot of kids can you develop, and that it's hard to teach that. This is the instincts of how much softball you play and how well you can just read it off the bat and just get good jumps. And I think that's a big difference maker from an average outfielder to a really good outfielder.
I agree 100% with that. We've had outfielders in the past that were fast but couldn't read the ball off the bat that well. And we just have an average player that with average speed, but they get good jumps, and it makes a big difference.
So we're looking here. We got the purple team out here taking fly balls. I'm trying to see the number. It's hard to see from out there. It looks like number 13. Isabella Maurman. Oh, no.
It was 12. Now it's 13.
No, it's 10. So this is Emily Nelson. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the green team. Purple 10. Kaylin Burgum is out there. Nice play. She catch that?
Yeah.
Coach was blocking my way here, hitting fly balls. I'll tell you, we've had a lot of kids out here, just really athletic, playing multiple positions. As a college coach, like how do you feel about, I guess, versatility on defense and being able to play multiple positions? Or, I mean, a lot of kids that will play that go on to play in college are probably playing a shortstop or a center fielder in their high school team, and then they go to college and they're moving to a different position because you're basically getting all those kinds of players. So how do you look at versatility, and how important is that for a kid that can play multiple positions?
It's important to us because, number one, we have scholarships, and so if we get somebody that is versatile, we can offer them a little bit more, but they can fill a couple different voids for us. I mean, somebody that's coming in, a lot of times we'll have pitchers that will play other positions or that can hit. Mostly a pitcher will be either a first baseman or play in the outfield for us. It's kind of difficult to play an infield position being a pitcher at the same time. I mean, as the other position.
Yeah. So what kind of things does Madison College offer to kids? I mean, give you a chance to talk about your program a little bit more, and anything that makes it more attractive to prospective athletes?
Yeah, I mean, we're a Division II school, so for the junior college system, and we do offer athletic scholarships. But the big thing is, also our facility. It's probably one of the best facilities in the state of Wisconsin. It's about a $3 million softball facility with locker rooms, turf, lights, heated dugouts, and then seating for 500. So it's a beautiful complex. But also the academics. I'm also the academic advisor for all the student athletes there. And so if the student's coming in or is looking for an opportunity, they don't know what they want to do as far as their major, it's a great place to start. Even if they do know what they want to do, it's also a very affordable school that they can come to, get their gen eds done, and transfer. Those classes transfer into all the four-year schools here in the state of Wisconsin or all over across the country.
Yeah, I will vouch for that field that you guys have. We had the opportunity to play there years ago. Just a beautiful facility.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's one of the nicer ones in the area, and just well taken care of. It just looks really nice. It was really cool to play on with the girls loved it, so
yeah.
it was a really unique opportunity. I don't know if obviously COVID has kind of changed things, but in the past they've offered high school teams have had chances to play there at times, and just a really cool opportunity for our kids, and it's a great thing for Madison College to show off the campus a little bit.
Yeah, it is. When they had the state tournament in Madison, we were the site. If they needed another field or a rain out or make up some games, they came over to our facility, which was really nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, really nice school. But yeah, Coach Leo Kalinowski from Madison College, thanks again for joining us. Anything you see out here? What should kids be working on when they're looking at outfielders, or we're going to be moving into the infield here? Like what kind of skills are important for high school kids who are looking to be prospective college athletes?
I mean, the biggest thing that I look for, not just their athletic ability, but their attitude. I like sitting near, especially watching the games. I'll see how they're on the bench with their teammates. I think that's important. Are they a good teammate? What kind of energy level do they have? Are they positive? How do they handle those negative situations also? They're not performing well or having a bad day. Now, how do they react to that? I think that's very, very important.
Absolutely. I mean, and you can just tell a kid that is able to get over. I mean, physical errors are going to happen to kids. You're going to strike out. Nobody's trying to do that, but how are you reacting to those situations? Because one at bat isn't going to make or break you, but if you let that turn into 3 or 4 bad at bats, that's when bad habits start to creep in. So, yeah, those kids that can bounce back from having a tough at bat or just making a tough play in the field, or how are they going to make the next play? Are they going to be thinking about that one, or are they going to move on? And if the teammate is struggling, how do you react to your teammates, and how you're going to help pick them up and help them make the play? So, all those are very important traits that I think high schoolers really need to focus on, and I think most kids do a really good job at that, especially kids that are looking to play at at the college level.
Yeah, I mean, also the key thing is that just for these high school players is just go out there and improve every day. It's the little things that make the difference, and that add up along the way. But just make that improvement every single day. But at the same time, just remember it's a game, and have some fun doing it. It's not the end of the world. You're going to make mistakes. And it's just not. It's just have fun doing it and have that passion. If you love the game, just play it and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's one message I've been trying to get onto the kids that I've coached, and it's a short time in your life that you get to play and
Correct.
you get to enjoy it, and you get your high school years and your club years and in your college years, but then it kind of comes to an end after that, and you miss those days, and I think the thing that athletes realize they miss the most when they're done is just being part of that team and having
Exactly.
those relationships with their coaches and their teammates. And I mean, you kind of forget how some games go, but the most of the things that you'll remember is how are your teammates, how were the times that you had on the road, all the fun things that you do as a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's the relationships that you have or make along the way that they're lifelong relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it here already today. I've only been here for about 2 hours, but most of these kids don't know each other, and you hear them out there. They're chatting with each other. They're encouraging each other on. They're running sprints, which nobody is not the favorite for anybody. But they're out here and encouraging kids they don't even know. And here you're kind of competing against everybody, but at the same time you're encouraging everybody. So it's kind of a really healthy competition that everybody's got going on out here, and it's great to see a lot of great athletes, a lot of good kids out here.
Yeah, I know with our team, we've been to the World Series in the last 3 years, minus the COVID year, and there's opportunities where they can intermingle with the other teams and at different events that they have at the World Series. And I tell the girls, get out there and enjoy it. Introduce yourself to these teams, the other players on their teams, because you don't know. Because it's just, even though it's a big world, it's a small world. At the same time, that you may run into them 10, 15 years from now or something like that. But you may you may become a friend with somebody from the other team.
How is that experience? I mean, getting to go to a World Series. You said you've been to 3 recently, but what is that like when your team advances that far into the postseason and that experience for the kids that they get to have?
Oh, it's a great experience. I mean, it's something everybody wants to strive for, is get to that World Series, but they don't get it. There's only a certain percent that will make it to a World Series, and even a smaller percent that will win it. But the opportunity is to go there. It's something that they will take with them for a lifetime, that they'll be talking about, that they can share with that particular team or even talk about it. It's a great experience. I know it at our World Series, they do a phenomenal job down there.
And where is your World Series held at?
This past year is going to be here for the next 3 years, is down in Alabama.
Okay. So you're going to see on your screen here, we've switched to infield drills.
Okay.
So we've got third basemen that are going right now, and then we'll move over to shortstop and second base. But they're going to get 5 balls hit to them. The first 2 are going to be hit right at them. The third one's going to be glove side. The fourth one will be a backhand, and then the 5th one will be a slow roller. And we're just trying to see how kids react to different situations. They're really, the metric that they're taking is their the velocity on their throws. I'm a little excited on that throw there, but really the one thing I've noticed is how smooth a lot of the kids look when they're fielding the ball, especially moving to their right or to their left.
I mean, Showtime Sports has done a great job this year. Before they filtered a lot of kids out, the way their process was bringing these players together, but they've done a nice job getting quality student athletes here.
Yeah, I know probably a handful of the kids that are on the list just from the Fox Valley area, but I mean, there's a lot of really good, talented players here. Kids that I've coached against or seen play, and just some of the best in the state are here, in other states. And we got kids from Minnesota and Illinois and Iowa that are here that I would never get a chance to see except for a really cool event like this. It's kind of a neat thing. You get to see everybody here. You get to see, we got skills going on this field. We've kind of got games going on the other fields, and they're not true games, but they're situations that athletes are put in, and they get their at-bats, and they kind of get to they get to. I mean, it's in a weird way. You're kind of promoting yourself, and you're trying to get people to take a look at you. So, in a good way, they're out here just. There's a little bit of pressure, I feel like, sometimes when you got all these eyes that's watching you and you're just doing a drill by yourself and nobody else is out there. I mean, when you're taking ground balls at third base and there's nobody else on the field, that you don't do that too often. So
No.
But it's fun to see how these kids react to the situation, and they do a really nice job.
I mean, it's a great experience for them. Also, like you said, they're out on that stage right now performing for themselves, but it's just a great experience for them because it's a tough. I mean, they'll be nervous and everything else, just like in a regular game, in tough situations. So they just can learn from that even.
How would you say, this is something I was thinking about the other day, just the growth of the sport of softball, not only in the state of Wisconsin but just nationally, and how much better kids are becoming at a younger age?
I mean, it's grown, whether it's softball or baseball, but you got these different academies, travel teams. They're doing it more year round, plus with individual tutoring lessons from different coaches and so forth. I mean, it's just there's more specialization, I think, over the years in both sports. But it's just getting better and better and better every single year.
Well, I know one thing I've noticed is, I mean, obviously they have an advantage in the South. You can play outside year round, but you've seen, especially in Wisconsin, a lot of these buildings open up that you can play. You can take ground balls in the off season. You can go in and hit in the cage inside. You can go pitch. So a lot of these kids now, while they're not playing true games outside, but they're playing softball year round. They're not having to take months off like it used to be, when winter came.
Yeah, I mean. At our school, we don't have we have our indoor facility, but it's oversized gymnasium. But we practice over GRB, Greg Reinhardt Baseball Academy, and we scrimmage in there twice a week against ourselves. I mean, it's a great. I mean, all these buildings going up and everything else. It's a great opportunity for the sport.
Yeah, I just think that the growth of the game has become exponentially better in the last 10, 15 years. And just, I mean, you saw it I was watching the Women's College World Series on TV, on ESPN. It was like one of the highest rated things of the summer.
Yeah.
People are tuning in to watch it. The Olympic softball, people are tuning in to watch it. It's a sport that's, I think, on the rise, and people are starting to gravitate towards softball.
Yeah. I mean, more so. I mean, plus with softball, I mean, I used to coach baseball for many years at Madison College as well. But with the game of softball, there's just more energy and more passion going on. There's more activity, and so I think fans are even getting caught up in that.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is it's a little bit of a quicker pace to a game.
Yep.
You've got a lot more slapping and bunting and just more action. It's kind of more of an action-packed version of a baseball game. But these kids can play.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched a lot of the Women's College World Series. I had an athlete that I coached a few years ago who now plays at the University in Minnesota, and so I tuned in and watched them play in the regional finals.
Yeah.
And those kids, I mean, these kids can play, and at all levels. It's not just Division I softball. I mean, at your level, you've got to be a really talented player to play at that level, and people, I think, sometimes overlook how competitive that level of softball is, and everybody at that level can play.
Yeah, I mean, the teams that we play, the teams at the junior college level that we play are very good. I mean, outstanding. But you got, like you say, you got Division I, II, and III, and every single level, they're just bringing in quality student athletes that just can play and love the game. And like you said, the quality, the talent level is really increased over the years, and it's just even getting better and better.
Yeah, I think it's starting to become a little more noticeable to people in the general public on how much talent is in a conference like your size or a school your size, and people want to think, well, it's Division I or bust, but that's not the case.
No, not at all.
There's great talent in all the levels of college softball. It's growing, and kids are getting great. This kid right here, I coached against. She plays for Hortonville. Maggie Warner. She's a fantastic shortstop, and she killed us with her bat all year. But these kids, I mean, every single year it's like where are these kids coming from? How are they getting so good? And we've got some 2026 kids here, I think, 2025 kids, and those kids can play. And
Yeah, I just saw. I was watching the game on the other field, and there was a 25 kid in there, but I thought she was a senior this coming year. It's like, wow.
no kidding.
Yeah.
We've had some really talented players, and I've only seen 4 teams, and I think there's 16 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen 4 of them. I've seen a lot of really good players already.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's Showtime Sports. They've done a outstanding job of just bringing in better quality student athletes every year. This year, especially the way their format is and the way they pre-screen kids.
So I know you're from Madison College. I've seen a bunch of other coaches here. I'm not sure exactly who's all here, but I've seen a ton that were checking in. How competitive is it right now when you're trying to go out and recruit for athletes? Like, how are you finding that to be?
It's very competitive. I mean, each school has their, I guess, attributes or whatever that they're always trying to get these students. But it comes down to what's good, what's best for that student athlete. That player. What are they looking for in a college? Is it opportunities, educational? So it all but it's a very, very competitive. I mean, all the coaches around here have been great. I mean, everybody knows each other, so it's just trying to match what that student wants or in their college experience.
So, if an athlete was to reach out to you and they're looking to play in college, what kind of information should they be looking to receive, or what kind of things are coaches looking for? Like, if someone wants to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm interested in Madison College," what kind of things are you looking for them to give you? You want academics? Do you want, what they did in high school? What kind of information should they be sending?
Basically, the number one is academics for us. Like anything, because that's the key thing with this sport. It's all about the academics. Yeah, you want to play softball, but it's the academics. Whether you're going to say 2 years or transfer to a 4-year school, that's number one. And number two is if they have any film on them or information, so we can contact the coaches. If they have film, we can get a look at them. That doesn't tell everything; it just shows you a little bit there. But we'd like to get the information about the coaches, what the player's all about, what makes that player tick, what's their weaknesses, their strengths, and that's the key thing. And also the schedule, where they're playing. If they're with a club team, when do they practice? We'd like to go see when they're practicing. Watch them a number of times there, then in game situations.
Yeah, I think that I don't know if COVID gave us a lot of really good things, but I think if one thing is there's a lot more film now out on kids.
Yeah.
A lot more games that have been live streamed. I mean, W7 has done a ton of games over the last few years, and it's a cool experience for kids to. I don't think it was ever the case in softball, but now they're getting to see themselves being live streamed, and because of COVID, a lot of restrictions and high school games were starting to get live streamed, and I think the kids are able to promote themselves a little bit better. They kind of understand. I think a lot of these clubs are really understanding what colleges are starting to look for, and they're really trying to develop kids that want to play at the next level and give them the tools to get there. So this is a great event. I've never been here before, but I've got one of my players that's here, and so far it's been a tremendous event and just a really cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great experience for these. But not only just they're playing games, but the skill sets they're getting over on the other fields, and they're learning something. I mean, they do a nice job here.
Yeah, on the other field, I didn't even mention it, but they got the instructionals going on with coaches back here, so it's really cool. So they got 2 fields, I think, playing games. We've got 1 field here doing the skills testing. We've got the instructional field behind us. Before they were working on fly balls. Now they're having a little bit of a chat. But and then I think we got kids down on the far field. I'm not really sure what's going on down there. But, I mean, there's a ton of kids and a ton of softball players out here, and it's a really cool event. Great for the kids. I'm sure it's extremely helpful for coaches like you to get out and see these kids in person, and maybe kids that you talked to or had an eye on, and now you get to kind of see them in a different setting.
We get to see those kids that, like you said, that we trying to be targeting, but also we find other players that we may have missed because even though we have a coaching staff that gets out there on all these different tournaments as much as they can. We got 4 coaches that do that, but you still miss kids, and we've missed a few in the past. And but an event like this, you get to see it right here in one spot for a couple of days.
Yeah, we got a few first basemen left, and then we're about to wrap it up for this session. I don't know. I think we got 3 left. So, really doing a good job here working on. Oh, that's a foul ball, but working at all positions. I think I've seen a lot of kids that are listed at 3 or 4 different positions. I think, to me, I don't know what you think, but when you can market yourself at 3 or 4 different positions and show that, hey, I could be an infielder, I could be an outfielder, I can catch, I could pitch, you just open yourself up to a lot more options than if you pick one and you stick with it.
Yep, and I was just on the other field there watching one of the games, and I was watching this one batter, and I said, "It's a good-sized kid." I said, I just in my head, I said, she's probably a first baseman, but then I looked down at the chart. Oh, she's shortstop, second baseman. I mean, she's a big second baseman. I mean, tall second baseman. But I'm saying, then I watched her moving around athletically out in the field and everything. It's like, so I kind of opened my eyes just on her.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of kids. There was it was in the last session. I don't have her name in front of me, but she was the fastest kid running the bases, and then she was the catcher, and then she was the center fielder, and then the shortstop.
What's her name?
I don't know. I don't have the sheet in front of me, but she was impressive at all these different positions. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, wow, if you can play 4 different positions, you can market yourself to a lot more schools because Oliveira, yeah. Yeah, she was good at every position too. So I just think it's important that you don't, when you're young, pick one position and stick with it. And you tell your coaches, hey, I want to learn how to play outfield. Yeah. I want to learn how to play a corner infield spot, or maybe if I am a good third baseman, I want to learn how to play first, or I want to be a catcher. Or just add something to it that I can make myself a little more marketable to colleges.
Yeah, I would agree 100% with that. I mean, as a college coach, you may be just looking for a certain position, and that person may be overlooked, and you find out she plays that position. Oh, okay. And so then during the season, you never know when somebody's going to go down that at that position, and you need somebody to fill in and say, well, I got so-and-so that can fill in there because with the different abilities that she has.
Yeah, I had the girl I was talking about earlier who's playing at Minnesota. She had done nothing but catch in high school, but she was a true athlete. She was our leadoff hitter. She could hit for power. She could slap. She could bunt, but she caught because she was so good at it. And then in college, now she plays left field. She hadn't played outfield until she got there, but she was such a good athlete. And she knew she had practiced with her club team and played other positions, but she was always the best catcher, so she caught. But then she got to college, and she's like, hey, I can play outfield. I mean, she was a great hitter, and they needed her bat in the lineup, so eventually she's like, I can play outfield. But I think it just opens yourself up to so many more opportunities. Okay, we got to wrap it up here. We're done. Thanks, Coach Leo from Madison College. Thanks
again
again for joining us.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. We are done with this skill session. We are going to take a break. This is W7.